Today's legal maxim is ignorantia legis non excusat. Ignorance of the law excuses no one from compliance therewith. This maxim means that a person cannot escape liability or punishment by claiming that they did not know the law. Once a law is duly enacted and published, everyone is presumed to know it, even if they never actually read or heard about it. The legal basis is Article 3 of the Civil Code of the Philippines, which says, ignorance of the law excuses no one from compliance therewith. This provision ensures that the law applies equally to all, regardless of one's social standing, education, or awareness. It promotes legal order and responsibility by preventing individuals from using ignorance as a defense to violate statutes or regulations. Example, if a person claims that they did not know that driving without a license or building without a permit was illegal, the court will not accept such ignorance as a valid excuse. The person remains liable under the law. Illustrative cases. People versus Bayona, GR number L-42288, February 16, 1935. Facts. On June 5, 1934, during the general elections at Precinct Number 4 in Barrio Arangel, Municipality of Pilar, Province of Capiz, the defendant Cornelio Bayona was found inside the fence surrounding the polling place at about 22 meters from the polling station building, carrying a Colt .32 caliber revolver. He was stopped by Jose E. Desiderio, a representative of the Department of the Interior, together with Major Agdamag of the Philippine Constabulary. The revolver was seized. Bayona's defense claimed that he had no intention to intimidate voters or interfere with the elections. He said he carried the gun because leaving it in his car, parked nearby, would risk its theft. Issue. The key question is intent to intimidate voters required for a conviction under Section 416 of the Election Law prohibiting firearms within specified distance of polling places? Ruling holding, the Supreme Court held that Bayona was guilty of violating Section 416 of the Election Law by bringing a firearm within the prohibited area around a polling place. The court held that the statute is one of mala prohibita or acts prohibited by statute for regulatory reasons, rather than mala in se or inherently wrong acts. Accordingly, the intent to commit wrongdoing or to intimidate voters is immaterial. What matters is the prohibited act was committed intentionally, namely the physical act of entering the polling area with a firearm. The decision emphasizes that once the defendant brought the firearm into the restricted zone, the offense was complete. The law did not require proof of an ulterior purpose such as intimidation to sustain conviction. Legal principles, significance. The case stands for the proposition that statutory prohibitions of a regulatory character or mala prohibita may dispense with intent, mens rea, to the prohibited consequence. Compliance is judged by the act itself. It clarifies how electoral law treats the presence of firearms near polling places. The mere presence within the prohibited zone on election day is enough to ground liability regardless of motive. The decision is often cited in textbooks to illustrate the distinction between crimes requiring intent or mala in se versus regulatory offenses or mala prohibita. However, there are some exceptions to the rule that ignorance of the law excuses no one from compliance therewith. The first exception is good faith reliance on official interpretation. An illustrative case under this exception is the case of People versus Habinal, GR number L-30061, February 27, 1974. Facts. Habinal carried a firearm believing it was legal under an old Supreme Court decision. However, the court later changed its ruling and declared the same act as illegal. Hence, Habinal could not be convicted since he relied in good faith on the earlier doctrine. Ruling. While the maxim generally applies, the court recognized an equitable exception when a person relies in good faith on a ruling that was valid at the time. Doctrine. A person cannot be faulted for relying in good faith on a Supreme Court ruling or official interpretation that was valid and controlling at the time of his act, even if later reversed. Ignorance of the law excuses no one from compliance therewith. However, reliance on an official interpretation later reversed may excuse criminal liability. In the case of People versus Habinal, the Supreme Court reversed the conviction of Jose Habinal for illegal possession of a firearm, ruling that new judicial doctrines must be applied prospectively, protecting those who relied on previous laws. Case background. Jose Habinal was convicted by the Municipal Court of Batangas for illegal possession of a firearm and ammunition. He admitted to possessing a .22 caliber revolver without a license, but argued that he was exempt from liability due to his appointment as a secret agent and confidential agent, which he claimed allowed him to carry firearms in the performance of his duties. Legal issues. The primary legal issue was whether Habinal's conviction should stand despite his reliance on earlier Supreme Court rulings, People versus Macarandang and People versus Lucero, that provided exemptions for individuals in his position. The trial court had applied a stricter doctrine from a later case, People versus Mapa, retroactively, which led to Habinal's conviction. Supreme Court ruling. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of Habinal, stating that when a judicial doctrine is overruled, the new doctrine should be applied prospectively. This means it should not retroactively affect individuals who acted in good faith based on the previous legal standards. The court emphasized that Habinal's reliance on the earlier ruling was justified, and thus his conviction was reversed and he was acquitted. In summary, the Supreme Court's decision in People versus Habinal serves as a significant precedent regarding the application of judicial doctrines and the protection of individuals who rely on established legal interpretations. The second exception is mistake of fact, not of law. While not technically an exception to the rule, it negates criminal intent. Doctrine. Error in fact, not error in law, may excuse criminal liability. For example, a person takes another's property, honestly believing it to be his. He may not be criminally liable because his mistake relates to facts, not the law. Number three exception is unavoidable lack of knowledge, which is extremely rare. Example, when a person is isolated or deprived of access to any means of knowing the law, such as during war, calamity, or isolation, some commentators recognize that strict application of the rule may be unjust. This is more theoretical and seldom applied in Philippine courts but may arise under equity. The next exception is when presumption does not apply, illustrated in the case of Tañada versus Tuvera, GR number L-63915, April 24, 1985. Doctrine. Laws must be published before they can take effect. Only then does the presumption of knowledge arise. Relevance. This case clarifies when the presumption applies only after proper publication. Once published, ignorance can no longer be a defense. If a law was never published or not properly published, the public cannot be deemed to know it, thus no liability can attach for violating it. Here is a more detailed discussion of the case. Invoking the people's right to be informed on matters of public concerns, as well as the principle that laws to be valid and enforceable, they must be published in the official gazette or otherwise effectively promulgated, Lorenzo Tañada et al. Seek a writ of mandamus to compel Juan Tuvera, then the Executive Secretary to President Ferdinand Marcos, to publish and or cause the publication in the official gazette of various presidential decrees, letters of instructions, proclamations, executive orders, and administrative orders issued by the then president. Issue whether or not the various PDs et al. Must be published before they shall take effect. Held, yes, the Supreme Court held that the fact that a PD or LOI states its date of effectivity does not preclude their publication in the official gazette as they constitute important legislative acts, particularly in the present case where the President may on his own issue laws. The clear objective of this provision is to give the public general adequate notice of the various laws which are to regulate their actions and conduct. Without such notice and publication, there would be no basis for the application of the maxim ignorantia legis non excusat, or ignorance of the law excuses no one from compliance therewith. Publication is indispensable. Thank you. If you find this presentation helpful, please subscribe to receive notification of future lectures.